People often ask me the one thing I would recommend to restore a relationship between land and people. My answer is almost always plant a garden. It's good for the health of the earth and it's good for the health of the people. A garden is a nursery for nurturing connection, the soil for cultivation of practical reverence. So yeah, this is the beginning of a new series I'm starting called the Garden Series, and basically it's a series of me just learning how to garden. So if you're coming to this series brand new, looking for some tips and tricks of how to spruce up your garden, this is not the channel for you, but this is just more so if you're looking for inspiration or just trying to find a fellow person who is learning how to garden alongside you. That's basically what this is. So just a little backstory of gardening with me is that I never really learned how to garden, and I remember like trying to do it as a kid with my parents, but then something went wrong. I think the squirrels like ate our fruits and vegetables that we tried growing, and I just remember that we never tried again after then. And it's interesting because I feel like gardening is something that I truly do admire, like when I see other people doing it, especially for someone like me who's like in the sustainability world. You would think that I would know how to do this, but I think that's also part of it. Like I feel like it's something that I should know how to do, and I kind of feel ashamed that I don't, and it's kind of intimidating starting something new and not instantly being good at it. But I've also been reading Braiding Sweetgrass by Robin Kimmer, and that has just been really encouraging. And there was a page that I was reading just last night that just really even encouraged me to do this. And I feel like for me, it's like that's what I always say on my Instagram or just in general of like encourages me to keep doing that is just to increase a positive relationship between the land and people. I just feel like if everybody started a garden, then the whole world would be a better place. And if I'm asking everybody else to change the world, I just need to start it with my own little plot of land and dirt that I have inside and outside the house. So today I'm just going to kind of talk about my indoor gardening. I have these little babies right here that I have been regrowing, and I'm going to take care of them today. My little babies! So first up, I have my scallions, which are the first things that I propagated during quarantine. They were getting a little long, so obviously have to trim. This is probably my 4th time trimming them, and I also had to make sure that I was trimming off like the excess, like, I don't know what the papery shell, I don't think papery shell is the right word. Anyway, try to trim that off, and it looks beautiful. Next, I have this mint, which I am so excited about. I literally have been propagating it for about a month now, and it finally started growing some really thick roots, so I decided that now it's time to replant it into some soil, and hopefully that just helps it grow even bigger. I'm actually gonna repot it in another pot that like I was trying to grow some flowers and it ended up like not working out, so I just dumped it out into the ground. Hopefully, I think that's okay. And also using soil from another plant that I tried growing. It did not work out, obviously, so just gonna reuse that soil and hopefully it works for this plant, so we'll see. And lastly, I have this Monstera plant, which doesn't take that much out of me. I just have to replenish the water, but I was able to get this propagated from one of my friends. I'm hoping that as I propagate it, that there will be roots that grow from it and I could eventually repot it later. And there you have it. Those are my indoor plants, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, so I know that I said I was only going to focus on the indoor plants today, but I checked up on our outdoor tomato plant, and this poor little guy looks like he's dying, and I noticed that they had these like little yellow leaves earlier in the week, so I just assumed that we were overwatering it because me and Matt were both watering it the same day, but now the rest of the leaves look like they're also like dying, but neither one of us have like watered it for a few days, so I'm gonna try to water it and hopefully it's okay, because this isn't my knowledge at work.
The stuff that's all on the very, very bottom, they said to take off. All this. Just because this is how they usually get a hold of the root and they crawl up. So if that's clear, it'll stay clear. And I just turn it upside down, dump it in.
Wait.
Grab it like a basketball with your hand around the root. And
look how you grab a basketball.
Dump it in there. Like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna clip it here.
Whoa. That stuff is like sauced. So beautiful.
The magic.
Yeah, this is just simply like superstition, but I feel like the higher I tie it, the higher it grows tomorrow.
It knows if you believe.
I feel like a 5-year-old like with my parents. I'm like,
Good. The only things I read, they said try and keep water off the leaves and stuff just for disease reasons.
Just kidding. Here is my plant now. So we'll check up on this guy in the next video, but thanks you guys for watching, and I can't wait to discover more with you soon. Bye!